Wow. I'm so impressed and relieved with the outcome. And in one session, it's like a sci-fi episode where part of my mind was adjusted in a good way. Hi, I'm Robin, the Director of Marketing and Program Excellence with Scaling Up, and I am reading the first two sentences from this amazing testimonial from somebody who received the ASSYST Treatment Intervention from one of our Scaling Up trainers named Tim, and I want to share it with you. So let's continue. I really have no heightened emotion at all around the fire or our house burning. And it's not even that I am keeping anything in check. I cannot generate heightened emotion of the trauma of the topic if I wanted to. I immediately started sleeping better, have a baseline joy again, much needed peace, and I actually recognize myself again. Sure, I have manageable grief over the loss, and I occasionally have dreams about the house being damaged, but this is nothing like the simmering at best overwhelm that I dealt with constantly before. It took a minute to integrate the new calmness I felt, since I would catch myself bracing for the habitual heightened emotion and overwhelm that had been there before. It has been life-changing to not have to deal with that anymore. Whew! I have told several people about my incredibly positive experience, including LMFTs and LCSWs, who are now curious to know more. I've directed them to the Scaling Up website to learn more. I'm so grateful for you and the ASSYST treatment. And I wonder if you might be willing to administer the treatment to my husband. He's dealing with the same incident, of course, and I really think this could help him too. I hope that he too experiences increased peace with less inner turmoil. How awesome is that? This person lives in the Los Angeles area and experienced their house burning down during the huge wildfires that ravaged the area earlier this year. And our trainer, Tim E.B. McKenzie, had done an ASSIST training and community intervention for folks impacted by those wildfires. And so this amazing testimonial shares the awesome power of the ASSIST procedures from a client perspective. There's a couple of things that I want to point out to you that were highlighted in this testimonial, in this person's experience. One is that the ASSIST treatment interventions does help to get to the root cause of the symptoms that a traumatic event has created in somebody's life, in somebody's body, in their emotions, in their mind. It doesn't just help them cope in terms of giving them coping skills or coping mechanisms. It helps to decrease that nervous system activation on a physiological level by directly working with the symptoms, the intrusion symptoms that they are experiencing right now because of that trauma or that adverse experience that they went through. So it is a wonderful tool to utilize following a crisis like wildfires or an earthquake or an act of community violence, or even something a little bit more personal or on an individual level, including like a recent cancer diagnosis or an upheaval in a family due to a move, anything that causes acute stress. Even if you're working with somebody mid-treatment and something happens in their life and they have acute stress, you can bring in the ASSIST to help them to process those symptoms in a way that allows their nervous system to breathe and find some version of homeostasis or presence or centeredness. And as this person said, she's able to feel herself again, able to access that joy. Does that mean that all of the stressors and traumas surrounding the wildfire is gone completely? Absolutely not. It just means that she's not experiencing the really intrusive symptoms that could get in the way and that were getting in the way of her day-to-day life. This leads me to the second thing I want to talk about when it comes to the ASSIST treatment interventions. The amazing thing about the ASSIST is that it can act as a PTSD prevention measure. So because we're working with the intrusion symptoms, With the ASSYST, we're working to clear those through the nervous system. The person experiencing it will have a lesser chance of developing long-term trauma symptoms, PTSD diagnoses, or other diagnoses such as prolonged anxiety, depression, and other things like that, because the ASSYST is able to get those symptoms through, and they're able to experience moving through the rest of that experience of whatever that adverse experience was or the trauma, without developing more and more symptoms that can accumulate into some sort of diagnosis or other just intrusive set of symptoms. So number one, the ASSYST gets to the root of those intrusive symptoms and helps to reprocess those through. That is very different, though, than EMDR therapy. EMDR therapy helps the brain and the body reprocess the whole trauma that has been set in, all those symptoms of PTSD, helps to get to the root cause of that experience and help the brain reprocess, reorganize that information that has been stuck, that has created patterns of dysregulation and patterns of intrusive symptoms that have impacted somebody's life for a period of time. The ASSYST lessens the chance of that happening because of the mechanisms that are used. It's built upon the same theoretical process as EMDR therapy, which is the adaptive information process. So it's a very similar intervention in that sense. The information that is built upon and how it is researched and utilized in community and clinical settings. How would you like to learn the ASSYST to help people find that relief from their nervous system activation, be able to feel themselves again, and also potentially prevent PTSD from setting in, getting a stronghold on their life? I mean, I would love to learn about that if I were you. We have an amazing training on our website, scalingupemdr.com. You can learn the ASSYST training on demand at your own pace. We also know that you might not be ready to learn the ASSYST just yet, but you want to know how you can intervene during a crisis situation in your community, or if something happens with your clients, you want to be able to know what it means to show up with crisis intervention. What are the tools you need? What's the information you have to have? And what type of network do you need to build around you to be able to provide crisis intervention with integrity, efficacy, efficiency, and ethics? We recommend that you learn about our crisis response preparedness package that we also have on our website that gives you short training videos, research, articles, and other resources to help you develop your own protocols when it comes to intervening after a crisis. These crises can be human caused, it can be climate caused, or anything else. So visit our website, scalingupemdr.com, head on over to the resources tab and find our crisis response preparedness package, download it for free. You will also learn what trainings can coincide with that package, such as the ASSYST Treatment Interventions training, our EMDR gap training. You will learn the ASSYST in the EMDR gap training. That is an advanced training for clinicians who are already trained in EMDR therapy and want to learn some advanced protocols for working with group EMDR, and other interventions for working with folks with a recent event or past prolonged trauma that happened years ago, or things that are ongoing in their life today, and maybe there's not an end in sight. It also teaches you the ASSYST so that you can learn how to do that nervous system care and prevention work as well. So we recommend you go over there because I know that you're going to want to have clients like the person I read the testimonial from, who experienced a life-changing moment after receiving the ASSYST. They want to feel that sense of peace. They want to be able to navigate all of the fallout or the next steps following a traumatic event without that activation that keeps them from being in touch with themselves, helps them to have like a level, like process, trying to figure out what to do next and all of those things. The ASSYST can really help with that. And I want your clients to experience that. I want you to experience that should you have an adverse experience in your life. So Once again, head on over to scalingupemdr.com and take the ASSYST training today or the EMDR gap training so that you can be prepared for when your community or clients experience a crisis. Let us know if you have any questions. Feel free to email us. You can find our contact form on our website as well. We look forward to having you in our trainings.